Okay, I think we're live. I want to go over real quick. It may get a little bit fuzzy right here at the beginning. See if I can share this guy over to my other page. I hope you're all having a great Sunday. Let me just see here real quick what's going on. I am Wendy with Cottage 321. I see it. Let me see if it'll let me share it real quick. I don't know if it will or not. All right, let me close back out of that because it really will mess up our, let me go to Boutique and see if it's showing there too. I shared it, but I don't know. Oh, this video is now live. Okay, I think it's working. I'm gonna cut it off. Hey, everybody. It's Wendy from Cottage 321 Vintiques today. I'm also the owner of Cottage 321 Boutique. We have 2 locations now, in case y'all didn't know. I'm messing with my computer. If you guys want to, I can see, let me go to comments. Hey Charlene, how are you doing? So I am live right now on YouTube and also on our Cottage 321 Vintiques Facebook as well. And I shared it to the boutique. I'm hoping it's showing there. But y'all, let me tell you, I wanted y'all to see my wall of awesomeness back here. So IOD just released Summer. I'm a week behind because of all the things going on. I finally got all the products in, and they have 12 new awesome products for Summer 2022, and they are fabulous, y'all. I can't. Hey, thank you, Charlene. Welcome to my page. I appreciate it. And Vintiques is fairly new. We haven't even been going a month yet. So give a little background. We work Cottage 321 Boutique, and I combined fashion and also home decor and all my DIY stuff. This is like my favorite thing to do in the world is painting and making stuff. And anyway, we had them both in one store, and it's in Hudson, North Carolina. We just recently, about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, we opened a second location. We have moved all our fashion to downtown Granite Falls. If you're local, I hope you've already gone and visited. We had our grand opening like 2 weeks ago at both places. And so the fashion's moved downtown, and now Vintiques has turned into a vendor venue. And so we have lots of local vendors that hand make, hand procure, or whatever you call it, curate. There could be antiques, could be painted furniture, could be a little bit of modern. It's a little bit of everything. So it's everything for your home. It's also signs and fun stuff and garden and anything you can think of for home. But then downtown is the boutique, and it's all about fashion, jewelry, gifts, and that kind of stuff. We also have gifts here. But so all my farmhouse paint and all of my IOD and anything for DIYers is at the Vintique store. It just fits here, and it gives me a bigger opportunity now that I've got the fashion moved out. I got more space to do more things, and also allow other people. We've got some really talented people in our area, and allow other people with their small business to be able to have a little storefront as well. So anyway, welcome to Cottage 320 Vintiques. Again, my name is Wendy, and I'm so glad you're here. If you can, it really helps us out if you comment, which Charlene has. Thank you so much. Also, if you share it, you can also share this to your own personal page, and that also helps. But some reason, like especially, I think YouTube and Facebook both, if you don't comment or interact with me, then they don't think it's worth showing other people. So they just kind of don't show it. So anyway, let's get this party started. There's 3 new products in each category of IOD. So we're going to start out with the molds. And y'all, I don't want to show this one yet because it's my favorite. I'll save that one for last. So the very first one I'm going to show you is called Olive Crest. And it's really, really pretty, guys. I love it. I'm going to give you a big close view here. Love it, love it. So this is going to look great on your windows. I've been painting today, if y'all can tell, on my hands. But anyway, really, really pretty. I love this. This could also be, you know, could be like a frame or whatever, but I could see this kind of stuff on mirrors and frames and even on some of the beautiful furniture. You could do some really cool things with that. I'm going to show you, they don't have any examples on the back very well, but I kind of wanted to show you, this is some, this is the feathers and something, I forget what it is. So I just wanted to see, this is what air dry clay looks like. And we have that. We have the air dry clay. And this stuff is so cool. When it's dry, it's hard like this. Here's a sunflower. Just wanted to show y'all. It's a really cool product. And if you use it while it's still wet, I wanted to show you this. This is a project that I did back in the fall. You can mold it to whatever, like make it curve and do all that kind of stuff. And it's paintable. You just glue it on with wood glue and it's awesome. So these are some of the heirloom roses, just to give you an idea. And it's super fun. So that is the olive crest. This one's really cute and I love it. This is Village Market and you've got a cow, a sheep, and a pig, and it's just super fun, super cute. Love it. So these are micro rimmed, and what that means is when you push your clay in there, you can push it against that rim and it kind of cuts it for you. So it's real easy to use. They have added measure marks. That's interesting. I don't know that I would ever use that, but you could also use, they have an acrylic liquid that you can pour into these as well. It's like a casting medium. And these are food safe silicone. They wash with mild soap and water, and they're compatible with most casting mediums, and they're BPA free. So you can make candies and do little decorations on cakes and stuff, or make cookies with these as well. You just don't want to do make cookies and do the dry clay. So I would buy one or the other, or buy two, one for your cooking and one for your DIYing. And then this is my favorite one, y'all. And I'm hoping that they're going to have more items like transfers and inlays come out with this. This is the Horse and Hound. And it's got foxes on it and acorns. And it is just fabulous. And by the way, all these items are on cottage321.com under Vintiques in the DIYer section. All these items are available for sale. We ship anywhere within the United States. But aren't those beautiful? I love them. Now, I've seen several people have already done projects with these. You could put this on a cool piece of wood and it will look like it's like carved wood. So I've seen several really, really cool projects already done with this. Jamie Ray Vintage and also L&J Goods are two really fun ones that I like to watch that do a lot of projects, and they have done some fabulous stuff. If you're trying to find other people that carry, or maybe they're in your area, or also just for inspiration, that's who I watch for inspiration. Also Debbie's Design Diary, I watch them as well, her as well. And anyway, there's some fun projects. All you gotta do is just search IOD and you just won't believe. The sisters have stuff too, so you can always watch the sisters. Okay, so now let's start off with our stamps. We've got 3 new stamps and we've got 2 that are more like textures. So this one is the Serpentine, and it is a snake print, and it's different, but I do like how they used it. They used it on, here's examples on the back. They stamped a pillow, and these are jeans. And so I think that's a fun way of using that. Really, really cool. And like maybe even you can use that as a layering feature on one of your projects or whatever, but that's Serpentine. It's a snake print. And then you got to have leopard, right? So this is called Catwalk, and it's fun too. I could see using this also. They did the same thing. It's on a pillow, and they also did on the wall. I could see this stamped on fabric for a chair or a stool. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So this is a wall. Whoop, this is a wall, and these are jeans. So that's a lot of fun. That's really, really cute. I like that a lot. So the stamps, you can use any of the IOD's Ink, I love their ink, Decor ink, and it's really good on fabric. You can also stamp it on wood or any kind of surface really. And but you can also use paint. And usually you want to use a brayer with the paint. You can like pour it on the surface, roll it, and then roll it onto your, roll it on there like that. But with the ink, I love their ink pads. We have these as well. So you just put your ink on here, you kind of work it in. And I like to, I think, has this been open? I like to take the stamp, especially like if you're doing words and stuff or just a small one, you can apply it like that. And it's really, really easy. And then just, boop, super fun, a lot of fun. So all of this stuff's on our website if you guys are interested. Okay, now this one's really fun. This one's called, what is it called? This is Bella, and it's really pretty. We'll take it out of the packaging, or I'm gonna open up the packaging so you can see. Now the cool thing about these is you can pull them off and use them separately. You could pull this middle part out so that you just have that design. That would be a very modern look, like a tile look. I love that. And actually like on the floor or a backsplash, that'd be really pretty. And then this is just extra detail. If you want it in the middle, you can use it or not. But all of these pull off. And anyway, just to show you, you can pull them off and do your own little designs with it. It's really cool. And I like these little corner applications here. It's a lot of fun. That, I think I could see doing a lot. I think I might stamp. I just have like subfloors here, like wooden subfloors. I ripped all the carpet out and I just painted with like porch paint on the floor, on the subfloor. So I think I might do some playing so you can see these different things on the floor. Cute little design with that. Okay, now let's see what else we got going on. It does not tell me how many people are watching. I don't like that. So next is paint inlays. And I didn't even take them out of the plastic. It's probably going to be hard for you guys to see, but I don't want to take them out because they're a little more delicate. I will show you the backs here in just a second. They've got 3 new designs. Paint inlays are not for the faint of heart. They are, I'm not going to lie, they are a little more difficult. But they're absolutely gorgeous and worth the time and effort if you really want the look of it. So this first one here is La Chase. I think that's right. La Chase or La Chassis, something like that. It's really pretty. I'm going to get a little bit closer over here so you guys can see the designs on the back. So it's pretty big. It comes with 8 sheets. And they got one big design that's 4 sheets, and then you got 4 smaller ones. And I did just see Jamie Ray and Zeb, they both they used these on a leather chair recently, and it was really pretty. But you can see here's the big design on a dresser. This is on fabric, and then they've used a combination on this big piece here. See if you guys can see that. It's really pretty. It's kind of a toile, but it has a frame around it. So it's black, and then whatever you paint underneath, whatever color, will show through, and then it's black. So it's like this was painted green, and then the black shows through. It's really pretty, but I will tell you, it's kind of up there on the skill level. And the cool thing about these is that you can get about 3 applications. If you're careful with them, you can get 3 applications, and each application gets a little bit lighter, which is kind of a cool look. It makes it look faded out and old. But anyway, it's really cool, and I like it. I can show you an older one I did. This is one that I did of one of their first inlays. So this is inlaid in paint. And the inlays are actual paint, and you set them on wet paint, and you do a whole process. It's really involved, but it is beautiful afterwards, and it looks like a real hand painted and not like a you know, a stamp or a rubber sticker kind of look, which I don't think the transfers look like that either. I think they look fabulous, and they're my favorite thing. Okay, so that was La Chase. This one's another kind of toile. It's really pretty. This is Petites Parasols, and I'm sure I'm totally saying this wrong. It's in a soft black. It's very, very pretty. It's kind of a toile as well. I'm going to go up here a little bit closer. It has 8 sheets, and it looks like it's a pattern that repeats. Come up here where you guys can see it. Here it is kind of mixed up on a buffet. I'm pretty sure that is a Jamie Ray vintage buffet. And then it looks like this is done on fabric, and then this is done on a wall. Very, very pretty. I like this. I could see this and even, well, that one's more like it's framed out, but this one I think would be beautiful as the backdrop of like a china cabinet, the back wall, you know, where your shelves are. I think that would be really pretty on the back of it. So that's Petite Parasols. I'm sure I'm totally saying that wrong. And then this is absolutely gorgeous. This is Chateau, and it is 12 by, all of these are 12 by 16 sheets, and there's 8 of them. And look at the colors. It's very rustic and beautiful. I love it. It's kind of got teals and pinks and burgundies, and it's just gorgeous. I'm going to show you a little bit closer. Again, it's a pattern that repeats, and I love the deer, but all of this is so pretty. And then here it is on a, I'm trying not, I think it's kind of show it on a buffet. Their application on fabric, and then again on a wall. So on this wall, they obviously painted it a dark color. They painted that a dark color and then put it over top. So again, whatever you put underneath, the color that you put underneath, you want to make sure that it's going to show up on it. So anyway, I really like this one too. It's very, very pretty. I'm trying to figure out what I would use that on, but I would probably mix this with some of the transfers. I think it would be a beautiful backdrop. So that's it for the inlays, re-inlays. Okay. Yes, so that's the 3. So here's my favorite of all of them is the transfers. They're so fun, and you can get so many projects out of them. It's unbelievable. This one is absolutely adorable. It's called the Whispering Willow. And the ladies, the 2 sisters, said that people have been asking them for something for like a nursery. Well, I would do this in my cabin up in Spruce Pine, but it is kind of like baby animals, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So pretty. And let me show you all the different pages. There's 8 pages, 12 by 16. You got the cute little mushrooms, and you got a bird and a little fawn. Look at that. You got a little hedgehog, a bird. Oh my gosh, a badger. Just so cute, y'all. There's so many projects with these. So I want to show you like individual. I love this. Again, Ellen J. Goods just did a YouTube video, and she did like, I don't know, 13, 14, maybe more projects using the whole transfer, and beautiful. You've got to go see them. It's something to see. And she even used this part of the packaging and decoupaged it on, and it was just beautiful. I love to watch her videos. She's so good. But this is one of my favorites. I think this one I can like, it's like $40 for a transfer, but seriously, y'all, like, you got to at least be able to get 8 projects, those 8 pages out of it. But anyway, so pretty. Love it. This one's gorgeous as well. Move this over here. I'm going to show y'all here in just a minute how to do the transfers. We're going to do a project together. This is the Les Martres Ornamentes. I have no idea how to say that, but this is really cool, and it's a really big design. It's 8 sheets as well. You might could split some of it up, but a lot of it, I don't think you can. I'm kind of coming behind the camera to show you this, but I'm going to just scroll it up so you can see. I've seen where people are cutting the middle out and maybe decoupaging something else, but this is really pretty. This is a beautiful example on a headboard. I really like that on the back of a faux fireplace and then on a dresser. It's very pretty. Love it. Super, super pretty. All right, and then my favorite one, I think Whispering Willows is probably my favorite, but then this one's pretty good, the next one. So all of these come with a little burnishing tool in your little plastic pack, and I'm going to show you how to use this. But this is Cotswold, and this is the one that I'm going to be doing today, and it has a really cool farm theme with a pig and a sheep, or yeah, a sheep. And it's really, really cool. I like it a lot. It is a soft black ink, I guess. But let me come up here and show you the back of this as well. So what's really cool is you can get two big projects out of this. So here's the pig, and then here is the sheep. And then they split this one up on a piano. We're going to do this one today, but we're going to do it on a window, which is going to be fun. And there's the sheep. Very, very pretty. And I think Jamie Ray and Zeb just did the sheep on a really pretty dresser this past week. If y'all want to check that out, please do. I'll try to put a link to their stuff if I can find it. So let me show y'all what I started today. I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way so that I don't mess it up. You just set it over here. Boom. So we are going to take an old window. Move this too. I'm going to show you what we're starting out with. These are windows from my daughter's house. It's hard to believe it's been almost 3 years, I think now. But we replaced her windows. And these are the old wooden ones. And just to give you an idea, it's pretty big. It's a big guy. And I have a YouTube video that I did 3 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, of a project. It was an IOD transfer. It's the Midnight Garden. I did on one of these windows. It is my best video, and I still get comments to this day and new followers just from that video. You guys, I'll try to link it as well for you to watch. But I'm gonna show you the same thing, except it's a different transfer. And I did a few new things. But basically, we're gonna take this old window, and let me show you what I've done. I've already done some pre-work for you. Set it over here. So we don't spend all day, sorry about that, getting it prepped and ready. Let me show you the back of this real quick. And I'm going to move the camera here in a minute so you'll have a better angle when we get started. But this is the back of that. It's the same window, same size. And I've done some crazy stuff to this. I was going to do a double feature. I was going to put the pig on one side and the sheep on the back side. But I got to thinking about it, that this is more kind of a kitchen item, and I don't think that I would have a window that I could put this in. But when I was thinking double side, I was thinking, you know, a lot of people have a big old window over their bathtub, and you want some privacy, but I want it to be pretty on both sides. But anyway, I changed my mind. This is going to be a project down the road, maybe for Christmas, maybe for fall. I'll do another design on this side. I've gotten to where I like to double side my stuff in my house so I can get double play out of it. I know I've got a spot for that piece, and so I'll have normal every day, and then if I flip it, it's either fall or Christmas. And anyway, it's kind of cool. If you can hang it the right way, it works out good. So anyway, I have put like 4 different colors of paint on this back. I'm going to flip it around and explain to you guys what I did. It's kind of crazy, but kind of cool at the same time. All right, I've already done most of the transfer already, except for this corner, and we're going to do that together. I'm moving my stuff around. So let me tell you what I did. I've got like a crazy design going on, and I am going to paint this trim around here as well. But this is actually the pretty side of the window. This is the side that would be inside of your house, and it has a little bit of detail to it. So what I did, the back side, because it was the exterior, very chippy, very, very crusty. And so I actually took a product and mixed it with some of my farmhouse paint, some of my old paint that I had. It's called Salt Wash, and I'm probably going to start carrying it because I really like it, but I'm not carrying it yet. But basically, I used Salt Wash and mixed it with my paint, and I put a layer of a yellow, this yellow color right here on the frame. And as I was doing that, I got a little bit on the window, and I thought, you know what? I like that. Let's frame it out. Let's do like a little edge. And then I accidentally dribbled some of the paint other places, and I was like, I like that. So then I was like, let's add another color. So I went and I grabbed beach blue, and it was very watery. And I literally just like dabbed it very, very sparingly, like not sparingly, actually heavy. I don't know. I'll try to show this closer to you guys. And it was very watery. And I put it around the side, the edges of the yellow. And I actually painted a little bit behind the yellow. And I'll try to get a close-up view for you guys. A little bit of the blue is peeking through this yellow as well. Got out my hair dryer, and I just pushed that paint around to make it look kind of runny and fun all around the edges. All right, once that was dry, I wanted it white. I wanted a white background so that my image would really show up really nicely on it. And so I put one coat of white, and then y'all saw the black. Then I put black behind it. So where I'm streaky with my paint, now the black is showing through those. So I'm going to try to get that closer for you guys so you can see. This thing's heavy, so I don't know if I can get too close, but let me get up here and see if you can see the greatness. I think you can see the corner there. Anyway, so those colors all kind of just peek through each other wherever like there was a clear space on the glass. This next color shines through, and I just think it's a really cool look. I like it a lot. Now I have applied the transfer on top of the glass. So you can paint the front and then put this on, but I kind of like it on top of the glass. It does really well on this. So I'm going to flip this around, and we are going to put this corner on, and then we may even paint the frame up. So let me get this all straightened out here. Turn it around. Ugh. There we go. I have to move my computer a little bit, and then I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer as well. Y'all let me know what y'all think so far of this project. Get this stuff out of the way. It is a big window. It is. Someone had asked me just this week on the video that I did in the Midnight Garden. They wanted to know what size this window is. This is a 36 wide by 32 tall. So it's pretty big. All right. Let me see if I can get some better close-ups for you guys. I'm going to kind of bring the camera back around here. I'm going to unplug this real quick, and I hope it doesn't mess anything up. But I'm going to slide you over here a little bit closer and point you down like so. I know it's upside down, but I'm sure you get the gist of it. But there you go. I really, really love, I don't know if y'all can see the speckles of paint and stuff, but that's a lot of fun. I love how it turned out. Okay, so when I was doing this, I had to find me a center point, and I actually took a Sharpie on the back side of here and made my cross point so I'd know where it was. Once I started painting, I just used Windex and wiped that off. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer to you so you can see. We're going to do this corner right here. So this is 4 sheets of the Cotswold, and it's the pig. And this feels like a very like kitchen kind of thing to me. Like a kitchen print. I think this is, it's very French country. And I'm just going to show you my tricks. Now, it's totally crooked. I can never get anything straight. I just never do get it straight. I like to use the backing to help me line things up, because once you lay this down on the glass, you pretty much can't move it. While I'm here, I'm going to put a couple blocks underneath the glass, because I'm only having to push down and I don't want to push that glass out. So I am going to put a couple pieces of wood underneath there to hold that up. Keep it from pushing through. Put one more. I reuse everything, so I'm using the sheets from the backing on that to kind of protect my paint job underneath. And I'm putting this under here so that when I push down on the glass, it's not going to push it out of the window. Okay. So I'm kind of going to use this to help me line this up. And normally you would probably have something to help you, but I'm just going to kind of look at my pig, if you guys can see it, and try to line up my letters and everything that looks pretty good. Bring it down just a little bit. I think I like that. So I'm going to kind of push down what I got here, and then I'm going to pull this out. And I'm going to just rub it down, just like so. All right, so I didn't do too good right here, but I think I can probably come back with some paint. See, I'm already stuck down. Yeah, pretty much. So I might can come back with some paint and connect those. So I didn't do good there. I did good here, but I should have pulled up that corner. It's okay. We can fix it. All right, let me find my little burnisher. It's right here. So again, one of these little plastic sticks comes in every pack. And what you do is you just start. I'm going to pull up one corner right here. And I'm just going to start, this is what they call burnishing. You just rub it and you will kind of feel it kind of release a little bit. And you want to be careful that you don't break it or make the paper shift, because it will mess up your design. If for some reason you lift up, like right here, it's still stuck to the paper, you just lay it back down and burnish it some more. There you go. It's starting to pull up. Thank you. I'm loving the window too, Charlene. The windows are fun. They're a lot of fun to work with. I like that it's already got a good surface to work with. The one that I did with the Midnight Garden, I did a mirror on the back. I was afraid with this being all black that it would not show up good with a mirrored background. So that's why I did the paint. And honestly, like every project I do, my plans always change. As I go, I'll get a different idea, or something will accidentally happen and I'll change it to whatever the flow is. And that's what I always suggest to people, is like, they get worried they're going to mess up their project. And I'm like, don't get scared. Just get started and you can fix it no matter what it is. Usually you can fix it if you get a little error somewhere. Like just right here, I've got this break. That doesn't bother me that bad. If it does, I can come in and paint with a little bit of paint, but I probably won't. To me, no one will ever notice that. But this is called burnishing, and as you lift up, if it doesn't stick, just lay it back down, burnish it a little bit more, and you just keep working down. I love this very French country kind of pig. It's very pretty. I think this will be great in a kitchen. It'd also be great like if you have a little covered porch, barbecue area maybe. Maybe you have a friend that is owns a barbecue place or restaurant. This would be cool in a restaurant as well. It's just fun. And this is the kind of gifts I like to give people, is give them some kind of fun project like this. So again, this is Iron Orchid Design. This is one of their new releases, and we have lots of Iron Orchid items on our website. If you want to go check it out, it's cottage321.com. And if you go to the Vintiques location, all the DIY stuff is under that. We also carry farmhouse paint, which we love. And I just picked up a new line of milk paint, and it's called Sweet Pickins. And I really haven't got to play with it much yet, so I don't have a whole lot of it yet. We are going to learn that together. But the milk paint is really good if you like layering and the crusty, like falling off kind of look. That's what the milk paint's for. And anyway, I can't wait to start playing with it. I'm going to use it on furniture mostly, I believe. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. This is why this is kind of time consuming, and your fingers and your hand gets a little bit tired, but it's so worth it. If I had to have hand done this, I couldn't have, obviously, but it would have took a lot longer. Even if I would have like cut this out on my Silhouette or Cricut, it would have taken me a long time to go back and paint this on. To weed it for one thing, and then, I don't know what that was that fell. To weed it and then to paint it would be interesting, to say the least. We're almost done, I do believe. Have y'all tried out any of the IOD products yet? If you have, give me tell me what you've done. I would love to see a picture or two if you want to share it with us. Their stuff is so fun. The sisters are fun too. They're hilarious. Again, see that tea is not quite sticking, so I just lay it back down, burnish it some more. Now it's sticking. Uh-oh. Let me move this window. I'm shaking the whole table. So now I will tell you, because this is on top of the window, I'm not going to put any kind of top coat. If you were to put this on wood, I would put a top coat on it. It can be wax or clear coat or poly, not poly. Don't use poly. It can't be oil based. You can't use wax. It has to be a water based product. You do need to seal it, but because this is on a window, it's going to be hanging on a wall. It's not really going to get any traffic as far as like people putting stuff on it or anything like that. So I'm not going to put any kind of sealer on it, and just, you can spot clean with like a microfiber towel or something very, very carefully. But the one in my bathroom, I actually took some video of it because I've had a couple people ask me how it's holding up, because it's in my bathroom. And it's been in there, I don't know, 2.5, 3 years, and it is holding up great. It still looks the same as it did the first day. I haven't had any problems with it. I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful picture. I'll show you all the Midnight Garden here in a minute. It's a really pretty transfer. It's been in the line for a few years. It's now in an easier form. I think when I did it, it was in a giant roll, and it's easier to work with these smaller sheets that they've come up with now. The hardest part is lining everything up, which has always been the problem. Even when I had the big sheet, getting it to be straight is hard. It makes it easier with these grid lines that they have on their sheets. If you can line it up with something, which I should have lined it up, but it doesn't matter. I could have like done it 5 million times and measured it, and it'd still be crooked for me. That's just how I roll. Okay, so this is Cotswold. If you're just joining in, we're doing a new IOD transfer called Cotswold, and there's two really beautiful images on it. One is this one with the pig, and then there's another one with the sheep, and they're very, very pretty. Very French country. I think we just about got this one done. Oh, my hand's wearing out. When I get done, I'll hold it up for you guys to see. Again, I did some crazy layering with paint to get this little frame design on it. I think I'm going to paint the outside black, but I am going to kind of like this look with the white showing through, so I'm probably going to sand some of that back and let the white and the black kind of peek through. Just looking to see if there's any other questions. I just see Charlene. I think it's just me and you, hon. We're just hanging out together today. I appreciate you watching and commenting. Hopefully a couple of you will catch this on the replay. Let me know what you think. I think we're just about there. We just about got it. So if you see me lay back down, it's because it's not quite there. So I'll lay it back down, burnish it a little bit harder, and then lift up. We're almost there. Whoop. Now be careful when it pops like that. You can break your design. Okay, we're almost got it. I like to try to be really careful towards the end because that's when it can pull up on you and just mess up the whole corner. So I want to be very careful. I think I'm going to actually start coming from this way so I don't do that. And sometimes it just don't want to come off. You just have to keep doing it until it does it. Okay. All right. I forgot to tell everybody happy Memorial Day weekend. We'd like to honor all those that have fallen for our country. We appreciate everyone that's in the service and has served, and especially those who have sacrificed their lives. And we appreciate you. I think tomorrow is the official Memorial Day, but usually it's like a whole weekend thing. A lot of people do vacations on Memorial Day weekend, but it's actually a somber kind of affair. My dad is a veteran. He was in the Navy. And anyway, if you guys have someone that was also in the service, we would love to honor them. If you want to comment their names, we would love that. All right, I think we're close. So close. That S wasn't quite all the way on there, so I laid it back down and got it. We are so close. Get on there, E. Let's do it. I'm glad I put that wood underneath because I am really pushing hard on this. Okay, let's see, just almost there. You can kind of see once it kind of goes opaque, you know it has adhered to the surface you're trying to burnish it to. And sometimes you've got to coax it a little bit. If you lift up just a little bit, sometimes it helps it to stick for some reason. It's always that last little bit. It's a little bit harder. And I'm trying not to let the sheet shift on me so we don't break that design. I see a couple pieces still right here that didn't come off, so I just laid it back down. Whew. Okay, I think that's it. A little bit right there. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, I'm just going to use the same paper and kind of rub that down a little bit. Make sure I don't have any bubbles. Rub it just a little bit. I can see my mistake where I didn't push that, but it doesn't bother me. If it starts bugging me, I'll add some black paint, but I think it's fine. This is very 3D looking. I kind of dig it. All right, I'm going to lift this up so you can see it a little bit better and probably turn it around so it's not upside down. Let me turn it around for you. Oops. Look at that, y'all. Doesn't that look awesome? Looks so cool. I love it. So I did mess up and didn't get my lines exactly right, but I think it's okay. I'm okay with it. Make sure I didn't spill my paint. Get me a little soft cloth and rub it down a little bit more. Give me just a second here. I got a little microfiber towel. I'm just going to kind of, I would rub it, but it's a little bit damp, so I don't want to rub too hard. Just feeling it. Oh, it looks good. I love it. I'm hoping y'all can see like all the speckles of paint and stuff going up through it. It's just really cool. I love how this kind of like that watercolor just kind of, and then there's some speckles of paint coming through as well. It looks really cool. I love that. I hope y'all do too. Get that centered on there. Okay. Actually, you need to pull it towards me, I think. What do y'all think of that? It's pretty cool, right? I think I'm just going to talk to you guys for a few more minutes and maybe paint these edges. I'm going to use the back of one of my papers to help kind of protect my new image here. I am going to use black noir and farmhouse paint. I'm going to lift the camera back so y'all can see my head. Lift up and back. I'm hoping maybe you can see me. And I'll be painting at the same time. All right, so we are going to use farmhouse paint and black noir. It's one of my favorite colors from farmhouse paint. It's a beautiful black. I'm really into black right now. Like I painted my daughter's house black. We'll lift up just a little bit higher. Still cut my head off a little bit. See if that's better. Yeah, That's a little bit better. Just cuts my bun off. That's okay. Oh, okay, just a little bit higher. Okay, so I'm just going to paint these edges here with my farmhouse paint and talk to you guys a little bit more. What are you guys thinking about the new release? I am really loving it. It was a lot of products. So 3 in every category. So 12 altogether. They have 4 different categories. Here's a trick that I like to use. I had already used this black Nor paint earlier today, so I just put it in a paper grocery bag, or I mean not paper, plastic grocery bag, and so I don't have to wash it out. And it's still good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and get 1 coat of paint on here while I'm talking to you guys. I think I'm just going to do 1 coat and sand it back and see, because it's got a lot of chippy paint, and I want to see what that's going to look like. I may do it solid, but I want to see what it looks like first once I do 1 coat and sand it back. So farmhouse paint, if you guys have never heard of it, it is a, it kind of has like a built-in sealer in it. You don't have to pre-sand and you don't have to post-sand. So, or yeah, I do. You don't have to, but I do. But you don't have to do a sealer at the end, like a top coat, unless you just really, really want to. And the only time I usually do that, if it's like a dining room table that's going to get a lot of abuse, or kitchen cabinets, especially the top kitchen cabinets where fingernails hit, I might do that. But honestly, most stuff I just do. Takes about 2 coats. I do a light sanding with a 220 grit. And if I want to distress it, I'll go a little bit harder. But that's usually it. I love if you lightly sand it with the 220 grit, it makes it feel like it's been waxed. It's like silky smooth, like butter. If you don't sand it, it has a chalky feel to it, which I don't like. So I always sand my pieces after I get done. And it just takes a light one, and then you take a damp cloth and just lightly wipe all that dust off, and you're good to go. And it has a really good coverage, and it holds up really well. I love it. And I've been using farmhouse paint, I think, for over 6 years now. It's still my favorite paint. And I did just pick up Sweet Pickins milk paint, but I want to use it in totally different applications. I would not use it to paint my kitchen cabinets. This is what I would paint my kitchen cabinets with. And if I have a fine piece of furniture that I want a good coat and has some good durability, it's going to be farmhouse paint. If I want it chippy and crappy and crusty, I'm going to use Sweet Pickins. So anyway, I'm just going to get 1 coat on here, and then we will call it a day. Just using this as kind of a guard as I paint here. I'm going to come around on that other side to paint, so I'll be out of the picture for a minute. Slide it up so y'all can see it. So anyway, I'm not sure what else to really talk about, but I thank you guys so much for joining me today. And this is the first project I have done probably in, I don't know, 6 months. It seems like that we've done together. I'm hoping to do a lot more of this. I've done a tour of Vintiques and a tour of the new boutique, and so now I'm hoping that we can just start doing some fun projects together. I am working on a classroom so that we can start doing classes again in person. Yes, in person. So that's the next big thing that's going to be going on here at Vintiques. Is I've got 1 room, big room in the back, and I'm going to get it painted, rip the carpet out, got to get rid of a lot of junk, and then Start having some fun classes. They're even having space for people to come in and be able to do projects they can do right here in the store if they like. Slide this on down here. We almost got one coat on. I promise you guys I will try to post a finished picture of this after I sand it, after it dries and gets a good sanding. I'll let you know if I had to put a second coat or if just one sanding. I really want, there's some texture coming through from the old paint that I really, really want to come through. And that would be white underneath. I think it'd be kind of cool. But I like too that this black frame really makes that pop out even more. I like that a lot. Just about got it here, guys. Again, thank you so much for joining me. If you like any of these products and would like to try them out, you can find them on cottage321.com. Look under the Vintiques location. That is where all the DIY items are. And you will find paint and all our IOD items. We even have some Jamie Ray stencils, Jamie Ray vintage stencils. Fun, fun. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to get this edge. And I think that's probably it. There's a little groove. These windows actually had like a space where the rope was, the pulley system. And so I don't want to like have to build a frame around this. So I'm just painting that black and it'll just disappear. It will disappear. All right, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to let that dry. And I'm going to do a light sanding on it. See if I like that finish. If I hate it, I'll put another coat of black noir on it. And that'll be it. And I'll try to post a final picture for you guys. Let me wipe my hands off before I mess anything up. And who knows, maybe fall or Christmas, we'll pull this down and put another design on the back of it. And double duty it. Excuse me. I'm going to hold her up, show her to you again. Again, this is one part of the Cotswold transfer from IOD. It's so pretty. Let me move these out of the way so I can hold it up for you. Come on back. Sorry, I'm trying. This is so awkward. Move these out of the way here. Gotta hold them up. Get it all the way in. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. So Cotswold, there's another design with the sheep on it, and it's really cool, y'all. You can do this on furniture. You can do it on a window like this. You can even find I like to find framed art that just is no longer relevant for now or whatever, and I will kind of paint over it and then do a transfer over top of it. You can find an old canvas and do the same thing. You can even put this on a wall if you like, but it will go on pretty much anything. I think you can even put these on fabric, but you probably have to make sure you go to IOD's website, and it'll tell you, you probably have to use some kind of medium to help it adhere to it. But anyway, love it. Very French country, very pretty. I love it. Let me know what you think and give me a shout out, a heart, a thumbs up, a subscribe, a follow, anything, everything, and share. Excuse me. I've been talking too much. My throat's getting tickly. And that's it for today, y'all. Thank you so much. I hope to see you maybe next Sunday again. Till next time, y'all have a great weekend and happy Memorial Day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.